Mr. Chairman, I want to stipulate for the record the gentleman has not expired. Director Vorndran, a couple of things. One of them that I think is timely. Recently, the New York Times reversed its position on the Hunter Biden laptop being fake and Russian misinformation. Do you have any reason to believe that's inaccurate, or would you support that that appears to be an authentic? I know you have investigation going, but that the laptop itself appears to be authentic and always was.
Sir, I have no background on that investigation. I'm here to talk about the cyber program.
I just asked if you had any knowledge of it that would cause us to believe that it was not authentic. If the answer is no, that's fine.
No, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, let me go back. I mean, just parsing words. If you're asking me if I have any information on the investigation, the answer
No, I got the answer I wanted. To be honest, after 50 well-organized intelligence people, including former CIA directors, national security people, all said it was fake, and now we now know it's true. I just wondered if that was, since that did affect an election, it was worth asking.
Sir, I want to be really clear. My answer to your question is, from my perspective, do I have any knowledge of that investigation?
Right, you said no.
No, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
Moving on, when Russia hacked Viasat early in this conflict, they hacked into what I would believe would have been the infrastructure that would have been on the president's list of 16. As we all here mostly know, Viasat also controls Air Forces One and other related asset communications out of the same area and facility that was hacked. Would you agree to give us a appropriately classified briefing on the level of penetration and the remediation that's been done since that time to protect not only assets that were hacked, but other assets that would be vulnerable potentially?
Yes, sir, I'd be happy to do that.
Thank you. Next, the president gave a list of 16 items that were off limits. Can you give us at least one item that was not on that list that you believe should be off limits to Russia hacking?
Sir, I mean, the 16 critical infrastructure sectors are very, very broad and almost all-encompassing. I would have to spend some time thinking about what is actually not on that list.
Would it be fair to say, maybe turning it around, that that the list should be, you may not hack the United States of America, period?
Sir, I'm not going to get into a conversation about what the administration...
No. I'm asking what the standard should be in accepting Russian hacking and a disruption of any of our systems. Is the standard supposed to be they don't do it?
Our role in this ecosystem is to investigate when foreign adversaries, criminal or nation states, compromise U.S. networks, infrastructure, et cetera. That's my specific role in this ecosystem.
As of today, currently, in the last 31 days, has Russia-based organization hacked or tried to interfere with any U.S. assets, to your knowledge?
Sir, can I consult with someone about what is and isn't classified?
Well, I just want to know whether there's an existence of any activity by Russia that seems to be broad enough that it would fall outside of classified.
Sir, the threat from Russia in the criminal sense and the nation state sense is very, very real.
And current.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's all I needed for today was the quote, current.
Yes.
The last question is maybe beyond your scope, but it's important, I think, to everyone. Historically, when ransomware has occurred from Russia, with some regularity, there have been payoffs. Under current sanctions, wouldn't it in fact be a payment to a Russian entity prohibited under U.S. sanctions, and therefore any payment would now be something that the U.S. person should not be able to do?
So, sir, that's a complicated question. Let me do my best with it. When we talk about sanctioned entities, there are a lot of cyber criminal entities in and around Russia that are not currently sanctioned. So a U.S. government or a U.S. victim, person or company or organization that chooses to pay someone affiliated with the Lapsus.
So for the record, persons or entities, criminal entities we may not know much about that may or may not be connected to the Soviet Union or the Russia could in fact be getting payments as we speak based on those attacks, and that could end up going to the same Russia that is murdering people in Ukraine.
The gentleman's time has expired. The witness may answer the question.
So the first part of your question, sir, is yes, there are people being paid over there right now. Whether that money flows through to the regime, I'm not in a position to talk about that. I just don't have that information.
Could you give that to us for the record if you can find it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yield back.
The gentleman yields back.